Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Scorpio. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. All right, so we have the Death card, so you may have another Scorpio coming your way. All right, we have the Five of Wands. They're viewing you as the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the connection, we see the Five of Cups, all right? And we see the Queen of Wands. So this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, and maybe someone here with Scorpio placements, all right? Or a Scorpio with some fire placements, but this person is sexy, they're passionate, they're powerful. I feel like with her, sitting there, at the gym, they take good care of their body. That may be somebody that you meet through the gym, or just somebody here who likes to work out, or they're physically active, they're strong. The Death card tells me they're focused, they're brave, they're deep. They're going to be able to go emotionally deep and intense with you, Scorpio. There's loyalty here is what I'm getting. There's a sense of mystery. I love this energy because I feel like if you are two Scorpios or they have strong Scorpio placements, like a Scorpio Venus or a Scorpio Moon, you two are going to really, really just get each other. But it's also going to be very passionate, very sexy connection is what I'm getting. I think this person probably gets a lot of attention, and that may be this Five of Wands here, that they may have other options available to them when you two meet, or their energy is a little bit scattered, or maybe they're loosely dating or talking to other people. Of course, that is until they get together with you, Scorpio. All right, and we see the Ten of Cups. So this is somebody who is looking for a relationship. This is, now this could be for some of you, somebody who's ending a relationship or getting out of a marriage or something like that. But I kind of feel like for a lot of you, it's just that you two most likely will end up in some sort of committed relationship, maybe even having children or blending families or creating a business together. This is somebody who does value family, children, relationships, things like that, stability. And the Three of Wands. I think this person's been waiting for you, Scorpio, or waiting for someone just like you. Excuse me. The Three of Wands can also indicate that there is some distance here. So this person could be kind of all on their own. Their family could be at a distance from them, in a different city, state, or country, for example. But I love this. This person has been waiting for this, Scorpio. They've been waiting for someone just like you, a relationship just like you. And we see the Eight of Cups. You may have met this person, Scorpio, in some sort of, or you meet this person during some sort of major transformation of your own. So a move or leaving a connection. Maybe you both are going through a divorce or something like that. Or maybe a job transition, or just a major life transformation or transition. But I do feel like there's some sort of travel or movement here that could bring you two together. Now for a select few of you, and I'm going to say this, but my singles new love readings that I do on the weekend, Scorpio, are really meant to be someone completely brand new and not reconciliation reads. But for a select few of you, this could be someone that you are getting back together with, okay? But that's not going to be for most of you. All right, so just, trust your intuition here, Scorpio. All right, so let's see. They've been waiting for this. They've been waiting for you. They've been waiting for a relationship just like the one you two will have. Okay, they could be a Sagittarius. We see that fire energy, known as the teacher and the knowledge seeker, a bold, fiery sign. They're comfortable leading others. All right, this person, is coming through as that maternal energy, whether they're male or female, it doesn't matter, but they may have children from a previous connection, or they may want to have children, or what you two want to create is going to be very in alignment with each other. All right, and we see that they have strong earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. They're grounded, they're stable. And they may be a business owner or an entrepreneur. So they invest effort and creativity into their personal fulfillment and wealth. All right, so the Five of Wands, there may be some conflict around this person, Scorpio, when you meet them. There might be other options. They might be experiencing conflict at work, in a living situation, or there are other people that are around them creating conflict. For some of you, this person is in their 40s, okay? But these really specific messages, they're not going to resonate with all of you, but they certainly will be confirmation for some. We see you may meet this person at work or through work, which doesn't necessarily mean you're coworkers. I mean, this certainly can just be like you go into their job, or they come into yours, or you're traveling for work and you meet this person, or you're relocating for work and you meet them. This is definitely going to be a telepathic connection. I can see that, you two are going to be able to read each other's minds. A quick glance will speak 1,000 words. But yeah, with their other Scorpio placements, yeah, you two are definitely going to have this telepathic connection. And we see best kept secret. So there may be an element of secrecy around this connection. But again, if both of you are Scorpios or have this scorpionic energy, because it doesn't mean that they're a Scorpio sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But, I feel like this is a connection you're going to really keep to yourselves. You're probably not going to tell too many people about it in the beginning, just because it's special, because you want to keep it close to your chest. You want to see where it goes before you come out with it. I like that energy. I feel like two Scorpios, or, your energy, you're going to really appreciate that. All right, let's see. All right, so we see adjudication energy in reverse. Some of you, this person may be going through some sort of lawsuit, or issues with the law, or a divorce, or child custody. But I'm also seeing with adjudication in reverse, it could just be that there have been certain things in this person's life that have been unfair, or maybe they're experiencing some conflict that feels unfair to them at this point in time, or when you meet them. We see them being a privileged, well, this card says privileged lady. Now, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, as I mentioned, but some of the cards that I use are. But this can indicate somebody who comes from, a better than average background. And if they don't, it's like this person does have a lot to offer right now. I do think they are kind of picky and discerning as to whom they allow into their life. And we see imprisonment in reverse. Some of you, there may be a history with the law. But for a lot of you, I just feel like this is somebody who's, made a decision to get out of a karmic situation, and that could be the conflict they're experiencing, whether it's a job that they hate and they're starting their own business, whether it's a relationship or a living situation or something like that, maybe even a family situation. All right, and I feel like this person isn't really looking for dating necessarily when they meet you, or they're kind of like, maybe they're casually dating, but they're not looking for like a serious relationship. But again, that all kind of changes with you, Scorpio. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know here? All right, they may own their own home, so they definitely have stability. They may have dreams about you. You two might experience deja vu together, when you're together or when you meet. This person may tell you that they have dreams about you, or they've been dreaming about someone just like you, because this relationship, Scorpio, is exactly what they've been waiting for, like someone who gets them, somebody who's passionate, somebody who can go deep with them. They may have a severe allergy. This could be to food, or this could be during allergy season. And we do see, Scorpio, this person may have some tattoos or be heavily tattooed, and they may have an unusual hair feature, which can indicate that their hair is different than yours, like a different texture, maybe a different ethnic background, or it's just a completely different color or texture. They could also wear different hair, some funky hairstyles or different colors. It's going to be different for all of you. And just remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, Scorpio. All right, this person is seeing you as the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So they're seeing you as somebody who's solid, stable, secure. They see you as somebody who's hardworking. This person might see you working really hard. I don't know if they see you gardening, if they see you at work, if they see you working hard out at the gym. All right, they're viewing you as the Justice card in reverse, Libran energy. So they may feel like you're a little bit aloof here, Scorpio, or that you're not really giving them the time of day. All right, the Justice card may also indicate here that this person like wants to know you, but you know, you may keep things kind of superficial. And I don't mean that in the sense that like you're only worried about material stuff. But again, Scorpio, for someone to get close to you, you're not going to just usually let someone in. You're usually going to make them work for it. All right, with that Libran energy. This person sees you as the Knight of Wands. Sexy, powerful, attractive. There's a loyalty here with this card as well. But I also feel like, Scorpio, when you two are together, whether it's your first date or whenever you're talking or wherever you see each other, the rest of the world drops away. You know, I just feel like it's just you and this person, and you don't see other people, you don't hear other people. It's just you two have this scorpionic focus on one another. My Scorpios, the Page of Wands in reverse tell me you might be less than confident about this connection, maybe because of what's going on in this person's life or because you know that they have other options. So I do think, my Scorpios, you are going to be a little bit hesitant here, or maybe a little less than confident about this connection in the beginning. Now let's see, what do they really admire about my Scorpios? Okay, the Judge energy, or the Judge archetype here, says that you balance justice and compassion and you manage the fair distribution of power. They might also love that you've got a really strong work-life balance, but this person really values your opinion. They value the fact that you can put yourself in other people's shoes, which usually indicates logical and critical thinking. So it's like, I feel like this person is going to be so happy to finally be able to talk to someone, you know, somebody who can match their, you know, their intellectual capacity. You know, it's a strong intellectual and emotional connection. I also think it's going to be very physical as well. But they see you as just and fair and compassionate. And with the Guide energy, we see that they see you as someone that other people look up to. And that you represent the nature of the divine in life and in yourself, and that you have a lot of wisdom. Again, I think this person's also going to really love picking your brain. They're always going to be asking you how you feel about certain topics, whether it's, you know, religion, politics, or football, or, you know, whatever it might be. And they see you truly as an angel, Scorpio. So they see you as an earth angel. Now we see the Five of Cups here. So this connection is embodied by the Five of Cups, which can be sadness or disappointment. We'll see what that means. But oftentimes the Five of Cups, you know, can be a shift in focus, right? Like, so, I mean, I'm not going to say that, okay, this, you know, that this might end in disappointment for some of my Scorpios, but more so I feel like this is going to represent, especially based on this card, this is going to represent an ending and a new beginning simultaneously, where you shift your focus from disappointment, where you shift your focus from being disappointed or hurt in other relationships, and that focus is really shifted to, you know, away from Three of Cups and towards the Two of Cups here. All right, so emotional balance. We see that this connection stretches your ability to give, receive, and hold emotion with greater depth and awareness. And that's most likely because they're also embodying Scorpio energy. Whether they are a Scorpio or they have actual Scorpio placements or not, this is a connection that's going to hold space for your deepest emotions, Scorpio. And I feel like almost nobody can go there with you or has been able to go there with you the way this person has or does. So again, this connection stretches your ability to give, receive, and hold emotion with greater depth and awareness. I mean, is there anything better for Scorpio? I don't think so, right? And we see that this meeting happens while learning, studying, or developing a skill. Growth becomes the bridge between you. Okay, beautiful. And we see mutual recognition. Again, whether you're both Scorpios or have Scorpio placements or not, this connection holds the potential for shared awareness and understanding and mutual recognition. Again, you see each other, you hear each other, but you also really get each other. All right. And we see that the purpose of this connection is to activate soul recognition. So some of you may know this person already, but if you don't, you're going to feel like you do. So this connection feels familiar on an energetic level, awakening a sense of recognition beyond logic. Yeah, like even if you don't know who this person is, Scorpio, if you don't know, you're going to be like, but we get each other at a deep level and we hardly know each other, right? So let's see, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? bonding. All right, so as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. All right, we see psychic connection. Your communication goes beyond mere words. Yeah, like seriously telepathic energy here. And twin flame union. All right, so whatever label we decide to give this connection, Scorpio, heart, body, mind, and soul are connected. It is a very strong, very deep connection. And at the bottom of the deck, we see love language affirmations. Loving words hold great power. So you two are both going to be, again, I feel like you just really bond through conversation. You get each other. You can talk about anything. I just think you two go deeper than you've really ever been able to go with anybody before. All right, so let's see any important dates and times. And I just feel like the world drops away when you two are together or you two are talking to each other. And because you talk about, like, I just feel like you don't talk about necessarily mundane things. Like, this is somebody you can, you know, either spill your heart out to or talk to about, you know, some of your deepest and wildest theories, right? Or, you know, whatever. So we see in the coming years, so it's definitely meant to be a long-term connection, and we see the month of June. So I'm doing this reading in the month of May. The month of June is important to this connection. Now, of course, they could be a Gemini or a Cancer, but I'm also seeing that some of you, it's just right around the corner where this person comes into your life. All right, my lovely Scorpios, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.